So, how do you discover a traumatic death from your past life? Well, it turns out with all the residue that's left, life to life, that trauma specifically involved with your death is the easiest one to discover. Children most frequently remember them if they do have past life memories. And regular people have dreams where they recall how they died, and they're extremely realistic. So these are two ways. The third is phobia. So if you have a deep and resounding phobia that you have no real reason to have, for instance, if you're afraid of swimming, but nobody like held your head underwater or did anything terrible to you with water, you might follow that string back and see if you can discover the identity or at least how you perished. I'm not saying it is going to take away the trauma. I have realized several deaths this way, and it has not released me from that fear completely. It might have reduced the fear a bit, and it at least let me know why. And for many of us who are very logical people, very curious people, we want to know the source of this deep fear that we have. And it does resolve something within us. There's a bit of closure there to understand why. So some examples that I've had in my life have been, I have always been afraid of small spaces. And even though I had a couple of triggering experiences, I was never inside anything smaller than a car or a bathroom. So it was really kind of weird. And then I had this dream where I woke up with soil in my mouth. And it felt extremely realistic. I was spitting the soil out, and I realized then this explains why I've had this fear. I was buried alive. And it is frightening to me still. I still can't watch certain media. I still can't read certain things. I still can't go to certain places, like certain caves. And, I'm still affected. It didn't go away. But there is the knowing, and perhaps in the next lifetime, this can begin to fade with that knowing. I'm hoping. But you can still discover these things as time moves on. Think if you've had any strange fears. I also had a fear of sewing machines. I realized that I might have died in an industrial accident. That sort of thing.